Hello. We're back to yapping again because I fear drawing on this old laptop. But we got some more Twisted Wonderland stuff to talk about, obviously. There's even a new set of merch that we can yap about later. But we do have to go over Colleen's birthday outfit now that it's in full view. We got the full look at his outfit, and honestly, I think the sprite makes him look kind of silly. But the outfit's pretty cute. It really is more summery. Let's pull it up. Let's see. Let's see the boy. Let's scale the image as well. Nice. There he is. I do like it. I like the colors. The shorts, I think the shorts in general just look kind of goofy when you see it on the sprite. It just looks kind of goofy on the sprite, honestly. That's about it. But like, I like the vibe. It's more summery in the sense that, oh, you wouldn't wear like long pants in the summer. Because honestly, he looks cute. Look. Look at him! Look at him, he looks so cute! He looks so cute! Got that little bit of a serious look on his face, but he's so cute! Colleen! And he got like, those look like either peaches or nectarines. I can't really tell the difference. Although peaches would be cute. He's got such a cute. We admire his cuteness. Isn't he adorable? I still need confirmation of what that dessert is called. It just looks like a bunch of jello, and I'm fine with that. I will continue to call it a bunch of jello in a cup. Let's see. There's like a little bit more information about that Sparkle link, but I need more translations on it. So far, what I've figured out based on a previous translation is that this is like a magical little world where like the stories are like magic or something and they come to life or something. That's the vibe I'm getting. Like, these are the personifications of these stories or something. That's... Also, Pixar's involved in the Sparkle link. Which, with Twisted Wonderland, we haven't really had any, like, actual Pixar-related stuff involved in, like, the main story or any of the characters. Maybe some, like, one-off things, like a mention? But, like, we don't have, like, anything, like, actually Pixar-related in the game, whereas the Sparkle link, it's up front that there's Pixar stuff in here. It's Disney and Pixar. Which I think is kind of interesting. Hello! Look at Colleen, bestie! Big sad, but at least you can see Kaleem. Kaleem in his outfit. I will say he looks kind of funky in sprite form, but his outfit is still cute. He just looks kind of funny face and front on. Bye-bye. Oh yes, you're thick. I believe in you. Here's Kaleem again. But again, Kaleem look good in blue. Yes, he does. He do look good in blue. He looks cute in lighter colors as well. Like his dream outfit. That was like more of a teal though, but this is more like a blue. Either way, blues and teals, he looks good in bright colors. Dark colors, while they fit the theme of Scarabia, they just don't feel very Kaleem, you know, personality-wise. Like, he still looks good. He looks good in almost everything, but it's like, you know, color-wise, I feel like the lighter colors fit him better. With his personality. Yeah, I still don't have that much information on the Spark Link. I'm just gonna call it Sparkling Stars because I can't say these two words at the same time because I want to say sparkling, but that's not what it is. Yeah, I still don't have much information on that other than Pixar is very much upfront with this one. Kind of like Dreamlight Valley, how that one is also upfront with it's Disney and Pixar. Twisted Wonderland so far does not have any Pixar characters or licensed to Pixar characters. They're mostly just straight up Disney characters. Probably because like Disney villains are a little bit more iconic than some of the Pixar villains. Pixar villains are pretty iconic as well. But they usually do get lumped in with like regular Disney villains anyway. I don't know. In terms of like design-wise, I think the Disney villains tend to look more magical. Pixar villains are good, but they're not as magical. But they are good villains. Also, there's like a sparkling tree in that Sparkle Link game. That seems to be very important. And the map is just Mickey Mouse's head. And it has all these like little sections. I saw a picture of the map. That's why I know a little bit. I'm gonna need people to start translating for me. Like, I'm curious. I also want to know what kind of game this is, because I'm not familiar with, Cooley. Cooley? I'm not familiar with the type of games they produce, and they're the ones producing this new Disney game, so like, I need more information, and I need more of an idea on what type of game this is. Because, like, it's gotta be a gacha game. But at the same time, it's like, what type of gacha game? Like, there's different categories of gacha game. And, I can't read Japanese. But it seems like Cinderella is kind of important in this one. At least the character that they're showing off feels like very Cinderella inspired. And again, the official Twitter account for this has a gif of Cinderella's transformation. So I feel like Cinderella's probably one of the more important characters in this one. And let me see. I have to rely on like auto translate. Sparkling stars. It doesn't say much about it yet. Like I'm curious. I need to know. Because again, I'm not familiar with what kinds of other games Coley produces. But he looks cute. I also want to know who the artist is, because they don't have, like, the actual artist's name. They just have the studio name. They just have published by Coley. Whereas, like, with Twisted Wonderland, all the illustrations have, you know, Yana at the bottom. Public release illustrations have Yana at the bottom, whereas like this one, it just has the publisher, which means that they probably have like studio artists doing this game. Which also makes me wonder if this is going to be one of those games where all the character artwork is done by a different artist or not. Because some games do that, which is why you don't really have like the artist's name on like the official illustrations, because there's a bunch of them. I know Fire Emblem is one of those games where they have like a bunch of guest artists and studio artists working on character illustrations. Obey Me is also like that. Last time I played it, like almost every card illustration was drawn by different artists that worked there. And honestly, for some of these games that do that, I kind of don't like it sometimes. Because it feels too inconsistent when almost every single artwork of a character is drawn by different artists all the time. Like, sometimes I don't mind it that much. Like, I don't really mind it with Fire Emblem because, like, it's had so many artists throughout the years. And it's gone through so many art styles, like, that doesn't really bother me. And it's more like it's just character sprites. There's not, like, full-on card illustrations or anything. Whereas, like, with Obey Me, it was a little bit weird. Because, like, every single card has, like, a different illustrator working on it. And then, like, the main sprites don't look like the card illustrations. It's like, it's still the same character design, but, like, because every artist has, like, a different vibe going on, it feels like some of the characters just don't look as good as they could have if they were drawn by another artist. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like, at least with Obey Me, it felt like it was prone to having characters look off-model in their illustrations. At least that's how I feel about it. But then again, I haven't played Obey Me in, like, forever. And there's new versions of it, and I don't know if I want to get back into that one. I was like, I don't know if I want to get back into Obey Me, because that one was, well, the one I played was very grindy. It was a little bit too grindy. But that could just be because it's the EN variant. Either that or it's because I kind of joined in later, and it's honestly kind of hard to get into. It's kind of hard to get into some of these games if you're not there since like day one or like the first couple weeks when everything is kind of like getting started. Like, if you're not there when these games first drop to get started, then it feels like it's hard to, like, catch up with everybody else. And I feel like that kind of, it tends to happen easily, too, sometimes if you, like, don't play for, like, a long time, and then you jump right back in, and it's like, oh, how am I gonna finish this if I don't have anything? But that's just me yapping. Although I don't really feel like that with Fire Emblem anymore, because, like, I never really played the Fire Emblem game for the story. That one was more like, I'm just here collecting characters, playing through the levels. It's a little bit more of like a time waster. And I mean, the artwork is cute in Fire Emblem Heroes, and that's kind of why I still check in on that one every once in a while. But, like with Twisted Wonderland, I'm definitely invested in the story and characters. Also, the main story is updating tomorrow, technically. It updates after Kalim's birthday, which is technically today. It is Kalim's birthday today, technically, due to time zones. Which means tomorrow is the main story update. And I had a feeling that we weren't going to get any new characters yet, because they would have teased it. That's why, because I mentioned before, I don't think we're going to get any new characters revealed yet. Especially if the important RSA students, they might throw in like a random, not important NPC or something. Or just a mention of an NPC that's kind of vaguely important at the moment. But like the new character introductions, that's probably going to be the next update. It's like, not this update, because like we just got started. You know, we just started the competitions. We just got introduced to them. Now we get to see them more in action. Maybe we'll even get unique magic reveals tomorrow. Next update. Because I'm curious about their unique magic as well. I don't think anybody's really talked about that so far. Like, what are the RSA boys' unique magics? I honestly have no idea what direction they could go in. I am really stumped. Cause like, what could Mina Gilles' unique magic be if he's based off of Jasmine? Is it also water related like Kalim, or is it something completely different that's more in line with what Jasmine's character is all about? See, like, that's a hard one. Because I don't even know where to begin. Same thing with, like, Ariel, like, with Raya, like, since he's more based on Ariel, like, what kind of unique magic would kind of relate to Raya? Would it have something to do with, like, his voice? Because I think that'd be interesting. If Raya's unique magic involved his voice. Jasmine is harder for me to figure out for some reason. Because, like, what unique magic could Mina Gilles have that has inspirations from Jasmine? Unless we're gonna take inspirations from, like, Jasmine and Aladdin, but I don't think that's what they're gonna do with Mina Gilles. Because I think it's just gonna be straight up inspired by Jasmine. And I'm trying to think. I have Jasmine right here. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing. The Alice one could be interesting as well. That one, you could have a lot of fun with that one, because there's maybe transformation related. I don't know, because like it could be. Like, I don't know where you could go with it as well. Yeah, a lot of them are just like, what could you do? Like, I can't think of anything at the moment. Because I'm focusing a little bit too hard on like the other existing characters. Because it's like, not only does the unique magic have to kind of correlate a little bit with the character it's inspired by, but it's mainly focused on the personality of the character. And we don't have much of their personalities yet because they're still new. They're still new boys. We know enough about Mina Jill that he doesn't really like being royalty. Whereas Ryle kind of doesn't really care that he's royalty or not. Ryle's just here having a good time. He's like, ooh, everything's new and shiny. I feel so free on land. Kind of like the opposite of Mina Jill, if I'm being honest, because Mina Jill, he still doesn't really like much of what's going on around him. Probably because Mina Jill is most likely only child, oldest child. He's got more of the responsibilities of like a royal family going on, whereas Ryle is the youngest and doesn't really seem to care that much. Ryle's just like, I'm here to experience land. Everything is new, and I'm having fun. At least that's the impression that I got from them. Ryle is just happy to be here. Mina Jill is kind of just, he's here. And he doesn't want to be treated like a royal. Mina Jill's like, treat me like an equal, man. In other news, there's a bunch of new Twisted Wonderland merch related to the club outfits because they're all done. Now we get the merch. And honestly, some of these are pretty cute. You got like cute little sporty bracelets, acrylic stands, some cute bags. Like some cute, like, I don't know what type of bags these are, but they look very high quality bags. Something you'd take if you're going outside, maybe doing like a little hike. But they also look like Ita bags. I think they are Ita bags, but they're themed to the clubs. And I also saw there's this locker. There's this locker, and you could just put the plushies in there. You can make a locker that is just dedicated to Riddle Rose Hearts, and just put them in the locker. But yeah, they also got stickers. They got that like varsity jacket, Night Raven college themed. It looks pretty cute. Man, I like Japanese merch. Because, like, when it comes to, like, the clothing pieces that you can get, it's way more, like, practical. And not just, like, a casual t-shirt you throw on that has your favorite IP on it. It's more thought out. It's like, yeah, the Hot Topic merch that you can find in the US is okay. A little lazy because they don't have access to a lot of the key art that they could make shirts out of. Whereas the Japanese merch is like, you can get a varsity jacket as if you're part of Night Raven College. Although the socks are kind of like, yeah, you'd probably get socks like that in the US too, where it's just merchandise based off of the thing. But yeah, they also got the plushies. I want Ortho! Ortho in his little club outfit with the bucket hat. He looks so cute. I want to stuff him in the locker. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up the website that I'm looking at real quick. Let me see, because honestly, you need to see. You need to see what I'm looking at. There we go. Here we go. There's the locker. You can stuff your favorite boy in the locker. I like it, honestly. I want that. A cute little display. Put your favorite plushie in there. Yeah, there's the varsity jacket. And another, like, more sporty jacket. I guess you would call that a windbreaker. It looks like it'd be a windbreaker, but I don't know. And then there's those bags that I was talking about. They look like Eda bags. Can stuff your favorite plushies in the bags. I'm gonna call them plushie bags. Or plushie carriers. And then, yeah, a bunch of acrylic stand stuff. Which I don't mind. I don't mind the acrylic stand stuff. They're just not a piece of merchandise I want to get. You know, because they're just flat images most of the time, and it's like, yeah, they're okay. They're cute. But I wouldn't want to buy one. I'm more of a tiny figure kind of person. Or like a Nendoroid. I want something a little bit more three-dimensional. But keychains are cute. I don't know what these are. They look like little flags. Like a little acrylic flag or something. And then these are like acrylic stand things. They're kind of cute. And then these like dog tag bracelets, I want to call it. Again, I cannot read what is on the screen. But like these little tags with the character name and their class number, they're kind of cute. I like that. And the colors don't feel too odd. I remember there was like a piece of merchandise line that had the character names in all like these cool fancy little fonts or whatever, and then Azul's was like so hard to read. I don't know if I can pull it up because I don't remember what it was, but it was like just merch with the character names and like colors relating to the characters. And Azul's was like the worst to read because the colors were too close together, like in terms of like value or whatever, and like you could barely read it. But I was like, yeah, that's Azul if I look really closely. But like these color combinations look so much better than the other one. Like they're actually readable. And then more acrylic stand things. Or like card things. I don't know. These look like bookmarks. Honestly, pretty cute. And then like photos. Little photo card things. I've seen this with like K-pop people where they have like Polaroid photos of their like biases or whatever. And I only know this because my sister used to be very into K-pop, and some other K-pop fan like came up to her and gave her one of these like one of these like pictures because she like noticed that like, oh hey, you like it too. It was like the funniest fan interaction thing I ever witnessed in the wild. Because I don't even think my sister understood what was happening. But she's like, oh hey, I got something out of it. And then more acrylic stands and buttons. Honestly, the buttons look cute. are pretty cute. Oh, and you can buy them either individually or as an entire box. Interesting. You can get them all for 55,000 yen. I mean, 5,500 yen. I don't remember what yen translates to as like a dollar. Because I think that value's changed over the years, because I'm more familiar with like about 100 yen's about $1 in American money. I don't think that's accurate anymore. But the plushies. I want them. I need. It's funny that they only have like the illustrated ones, because you can see the plushies in some of the other promo images. Like you can see them fully realized in the locker and in the bags. But here you don't get that. You just get the illustrations. It's like they didn't have time to take photos of all of them. They only had time to take photos of the ones that they already had finished when they were taking the other stock photos. That's what I like to think, but that's funny. But yes, I'm more of a, I want plushie keychain, give me plushie keychain. Speaking of plushies, my twist plushies kind of need, they kind of need some fixes. Because the little elastic strap, it got all kind of funky. Like it's all like out of shape, sticky for some reason. Like I don't know what happened, but yeah. It's like I want to cut it out and put something better in there, like one of those little metal chains instead, like what these plushies have. If we scroll down, see, like these ones got like the little metal loop on it instead of the elastic loop like the Sega ones, and I have the Sega ones. And it's like, oh no, the little elastic is getting messed up. And like, I want to fix it, but I need like a little metal loop. Time to buy some jewelry wire, I guess. I don't know. I need to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. But yeah, there's that. I guess we can wrap this up. Again, I don't want to stress my laptop too much because it's like it's getting there. It's slowly gonna end up dying out with like the next update, because I'm still angry that society has just let Apple get away with the bullshit that it does. Where they just purposely try and destroy your older products with every update. It's kind of annoying. You might as well just not release updates for the older stuff to begin with if you're just not gonna service them anymore. You don't gotta brick it. Like, bruh. That's too far, man. And instead of making money on, like, official, like, hey, you can get your old stuff fixed here. Yeah, it's not gonna have all the newest updates or whatever, but you can still fix it to keep it because you got files on there. I don't know. That just bugs me. And anyway, I'm probably gonna get a new laptop at some point. I gotta look into affordable laptops that are not Apple. And stuff that could actually handle Blender at like its lowest settings. Because obviously a laptop is not going to handle Blender trying to render out the most hyper-realistic image you've ever seen. And I don't need it to do that. But it's like, it just needs to be able to render images without wanting my laptop to die. Also, I should be able to handle Maya if I ever get back into, like, a professional setting and I need to use Maya again. Because rendering stuff out in Maya always made this laptop scream. That was... Oh, this laptop hated Maya. Anyways, thanks for dropping by, hearing me yap a bit. I don't know if I'll be here Thursday. I'll try to be here Thursday, but I might start at either a different time or not. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. I'm gonna try and finish drawing Deuce. There's also some commission work I need to finish. I'm literally almost done the commission work. It just needs lighting, you know? That's it. I'm very simple with the backgrounds, though. That part's gonna always bug me forever because I want to do good. But whatever, yeah. Bye-bye! See you tomorrow.